Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wolak. What a joy it is to be with you on this most magnificent day. Because this is the only day we've got. This is the only moment we've got. And so we come together because we're interested in exploring life. We're interested in seeing life more fully, more deeply, more expansively. We understand that there's always more that we're not even aware of in the moment. So this is why we're coming together, to have a conversation. And so if you're out there, I want you to have that conversation with me. I want you to write comments in there. I want you to question me. I don't want you to believe anything I say. I'm not an expert. I'm the only expert I am is of things pertaining to myself. And sometimes I'm not very good at that. Because what I've come to understand in life is that the second you admit you know something, you've shut off the possibility of greater knowledge. And there's always greater knowledge. There's always more to be learned, more to experience. The illusion is that there's a finite amount of information. That is not the truth. There's never a finite amount of information. So what I want to talk about today is, are you free? Are you really, really free? I've been watching I don't know if we call it a debate, but an interaction between Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris. There's 4 of them. They're over 2 hours each. And what you have here is you have Jordan Peterson, who is a leading intellectual psychological thinker, psychologist. And you have Sam Harris, who is a philosopher and an atheist. And they're talking about life and they're talking about religion. And they're actually sitting down having a conversation about trying to understand each other and the differences that they're having. And I'm finding this I'm loving it because we don't see that anymore. We don't see people having discussions, trying to get to the understanding. What we see is that people want to shut up anyone who doesn't share their view. We have social media shutting up people who don't have a specific view. I am a full believer in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I believe that we should have freedom to speak. And what I'm feeling right now is I'm seeing that liberty is being taken away. And people are going to be knocking me on that, saying, well, people are saying wrong things. They're saying wrong things. They're saying wrong things. How do you know they're wrong? How do you know they're wrong if you can't even have a debate about them? And I'm not talking about the type of debates that the presidents had. Those weren't debates. Those weren't discussions. Those were ego attacks. That's not a debate. Here's what would be a great thing to talk about. There's so much controversy right now about this thing we call a vaccination that's not a vaccination. I say it's not a vaccination because it doesn't prevent the disease. It doesn't stop you from getting it. It doesn't stop you from transmitting it. What it does is, its claim is that it reduces the impact if you do get the disease. So let's just call it the shot, the jab, whatever you want. And I'm not attached one way or the other. But I know there's a great, there's controversy. 50% of the people on the CDC and the WHO have not even gotten it. Well, that causes a question. Doctors here in the United States, half of them don't want it, are not going to get it. Same thing with nurses. So if it's that proven, why aren't all of these medical professionals going to? I'm just asking questions. I don't know these answers. But wouldn't it be great if we could have a discussion where we took 2 or 3 people from the side of that, let's get the shot, and 2 or 3 people, scientists and doctors as well, who say don't get the shot? and we put them up there at the same time to have a discussion using data, their data, and talking about it so that the American people, that the people of the world could hear all aspects and make a decision for themselves? But you see, even if that data is put out there, the question I ask you is, and I started this whole conversation with, is, are you free? Are you really free? And in order to be free, you have to be open to hear opposing views and be willing to see that maybe there's a possibility that change could occur. If you are locked into a position, if you are locked into saying, I'm a Democrat, if you're locked into saying, I'm a Republican, you're not free. Because you are automatically saying that these are the views that I hold near and dear to me, and I will not change. You're not free. You're bound by your own mind. And that's where people lose it. They don't realize that the lack of freedom is the process of how their mind thinks. You see, no one can take away your freedom except you. Because you're the only one who decides, are you open to greater possibilities? Are you open to other points of view? I'm touching on a lot of things. If any of this touches you, write a comment. Love to hear your views on this. I'm just a proponent of questioning. I'm a proponent of growth. I'm a proponent of what will work well for a majority of the people on the planet. That's who I am. People say, well, what political persuasion are you? I'm an independent. I think for myself. I don't buy any party line. I am not a conservative. I am not a liberal. Chris says, never be married to your beliefs. Amen, brother, sister. I can't tell Chris whether you're a guy or a girl. So that's why I said brother or sister. I'm open to the possibility. Maybe you're neither. I don't know. I'm open to the possibility because my mind is free at this moment. Couldn't help myself there laughing at it. Hey, Sarah, happy birthday to you. May this day be the day that you step into the greatest you that you can even imagine. Everybody, Sarah's birthday. Say hi, say happy birthday to Sarah out there. Chris says, I'm a dude. Thanks, Chris. Doesn't matter. Here's what I know. You're an expression of the infinite. I know that you're pure consciousness. That's pure consciousness, and I know that you're perfect. Sex is just a label that we get because we have a certain type of body. But consciousness has no label, does it? Consciousness. When you know your consciousness, you're free. You get that? We're back to that whole thing. Are you free? Second, we identify with something like our body, we put a limitation on ourselves. The second we put ourselves any label, we discipline ourselves. Annette says, I got the first shot because my son and a close friend both so wanted me to get it, but I did not get the second shot. I decided to listen to my intuition. They feel good assuming I got it. I feel good knowing I did not get it. Good for you, Annette. Here's what I tell people. Do what you believe is right for you and don't care what anyone else says. If you want the shot, get the shot. If you don't want the shot, don't get the shot. That's simple. Stay out of other people's decisions. We get so invested in trying to get other people to see it our way. And guess what that does? That takes away our freedom. So Kenna has joined us, and Kenna says, hey, I'm 58 years young. My children are grown, and now I'm free to become an even better me. What is my purpose? Ooh, only you can decide that. But what I'm going to share with you is on August 7th, I'm going to be doing a free relationship workshop on Zoom. And you can sign up. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com on August 7th. You can sign up there. I'll be advertising it on Facebook. And then on August 14th, I'm going to offer a special on a values determination process. There's a charge for that, but I'm going to offer it a lot less than the $250 I normally charge. It's going to be $100. And in that workshop, you're going to be able to figure out what your top 5 values are. And once you figure out your top 5 values, now your purpose can come forth. But what I've discovered in my studies, almost nobody knows what values really are, number one. And number two, they certainly don't know the hierarchy of their values. And what they're doing is they're living by the values of others or low values, and they wonder why their life is absolutely miserable. Anyway, got Raj calling in from Los Angeles. Keshav in India says, what if we believe what we believe is wrong? Change your belief. If you believe it's wrong, change your belief. It's that simple. You're not tied to a belief. Look at Renee chiming in, said, Keshav, there's no right or wrong, just different. Here's what I know. If you have values, a hierarchy of values, what you believe should support them. If they don't, then you're incongruent. If you're incongruent, your life is going to go crazy wonkers. Your life will go crazy wonkers. You're free to decide what you want to get out of this life. But there's something in you that is calling you forth that understands. There's something that's unique about you because you're all unique. There's something unique about you that wants to be expressed and experienced. Your job is to express it, to find it, to feel it, to know it, to live it, to be an example of it, so other people can find what they're good at in their uniqueness and express it. That's a world that's free. That's a world that's free. Stand up for freedom. Be you. And be the you decide to be. With that, folks, I've really been a chatty Cathy today. That's okay. But what I want you to know is no matter what you decide and you discern what's right for you, I support you because I love and I accept you just as you are. Until next time, aloha.